Bwana, kama unavyojua ni kwamba leo tumetembelewa na wataalamu kutoka klabu ya Cska Moscow ambao pia waliwahi kuwa mabingwa wa UEFA Cup miaka ya nyuma. Pembeni yangu, kabla sijamfikia mtaalamu huyu kutoka pale Cska Moscow, niko na mtaalamu football analyst wetu kutoka pale South Africa, Mpho. Today, I know that we are going to talk at least in expertise way. So, I need you today to interview my friends here. Kakavi, am I get right? Kakavi, how do you say how are you in
Kakzela.
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 Kakzela. So my friend, today you will be having an interview with my friend from Moscow. Maybe you have a certain maybe question that you would like to learn from, because you know this guy is from Cska Moscow. So, for example, what will you ask this guy? What we need to learn from this guy from today's perspective? They're here. You are the presenter today.
Thank you. Okay. Hi, my brother. It's good to have you guys. Welcome to Tanzania. We even had a lot of discussion there. My question is with regards to the physical side, what you guys are doing. Actually, where is it helping the kids? Because of you were working there with under 17s, under 20s that we had. Where is it helping them?
Okay, yeah, we talked before a lot. Probably we should do it here, not outside the field, because now we need to repeat it, but it's just a joke. Of course, we're here to share. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for all your team members for inviting us here, to helping to running this test. It's very important, because without your help, we won't be here and it won't be running that successfully as it happens today. Okay, regarding our testing, we established our testing system maybe 4 years ago at the football club. We traveled through all our country and keep going through all cities of our country. We also established our testing at the special football festivals. We call it Talent ID Days. Yeah, when kids come for the festival, they think it's just to play football, but for us, first of all, it's called a tryout. Okay, because kids, when we say about tryouts, they're a little bit afraid, they may feel pressure from parents, from their coaches. So we try to make it as a football festival. We involve testing, we involve, of course, football part, we involve some entertainment, but also this football testing is a part of all the things we do at our, tryouts, actually.
So I see, basically with the physical side of it, I think this is some area that is a little bit ignored at times.
Yeah.
At what age do you start to focus on the physical side, doing the testing with regards to the youth?
Yeah, when we travel, when, for example, we make some relationships with football schools, not only international, but locally in Russia, we recommend starting using this test from ages 10 to doesn't matter, to older age group, but better to maybe 17 or 18 years old, because at this age is a player is already formed, you cannot change a lot, maybe tactically, but physically his player is already formed, so better to start at this age. Sometimes we'll also do these tests, especially at our football festivals, we start at 8 years old. But for 8 years old, it's better not to use all these tests you've seen today. It's better to use very simple tests, even some of them you've seen today, maybe 3 out of 6. And also, besides of this physical test we do today, we also do a lot of football testing during our festivals, during our tryouts, when we run special tryouts at our football academy for our different age groups. So it's mixed of physical, technical, tactical, because besides the physical stuff, besides the technical stuff, we also watch play in the game. In the game, it's like, assessment for every player, and even if he is successfully at the tests, he might be not that good at the football. But as we say from the practice, usually when, for example, our scouting department say he's fine, our testing group say this player is ready, then we see him in the game once again at our academy, for example, in the structure of our academy, when it's different environment for the player, when he, for example, especially moves from another city, it's difficult for the player mentally because it's a new coach, what I'm talking about. So that's why most from our practice, what I would say, that if we compare physical, we compare it with a scouting report, then it compares, and then we can bring this player to our academy or youth team.
I think this the way you're explaining it, it sounds as if it's important to do the testing. If that it is important, why is it important to also maintain the testing, let's say from the youth? Whether you do it a little bit from a younger age, then it keeps on you adding a little bit. Why is it important to maintain the testing?
Yes, sure. We do these tests regularly at our academy. Yeah, because it's very important. For example, you see the player at the beginning of the season, you have a personal plan for himself. Yeah, and then you have results of testing at the beginning of the season. And then, for example, we work for 6 months till our winter, cold winter, and then there is a pause when kids go play inside. And during this time, we can do testing once again to see if there are any changes. Later on, we, organize a training meeting or also like a meeting with our physical laboratory who run these tests. And then later on, we can change something in our training process. We see that players have weaknesses at this, for example, at this corner. Even when we speak about the testing of the physical, we speak about the physical corner, and then coach can adapt and change something in the training plan. And then we do one more testing at the end of the season to see what was at the beginning and then what happened at the end. If there's a progress, or coach didn't work, for example, even if he worked, sometimes players just stay at the same level. For example, if he was in the middle, here our aim as coaches, as a talent identification managers, our aim is players to grow. That's why actually we coach. We receive money, coaches receive money, and the job is to develop every player who comes to our academy. It's very important to do tests regularly, not only physical, but also we do testing of, as I said before, technical skills. It's really important as well.
Okay. The other question that I have, you're going to get the results after the tests.
Yes.
I'm sure you're going to get the data, the results and everything. Going forward for football of Tanzania, after getting those results, how can they improve? Let's say from getting those results, whether good or maybe areas to improve, what can they do to improve going forward?
Yeah, sure. We probably going to work not just only coming here testing your best football players, and then some of them might visit, our country, join our academy or youth team or even main team. But also we have a great coaching methodology at our academy. So we're gonna also, build relationship in this area. So for example, we bring our technical director of the academy, and then he can tell you on how can coaches improve players, build on the results of what we've seen on these tests. But it's just a future step. First of all, we just arrived here to show ourselves, to test your players, to see the level. But later on, we'll be, in communication with all the coaches staff here, and we'll try to help maybe establish some kind of Cska methodology here to improve every player who is here.
I think, I can hear with regards to everything that you're telling. I think this is covering sports science, the physical side of it. So what's also your advice with regards to, some other, let's say the country not exposed to sports science? Basically, what's your advice with regards to the physical side of football?
My advice, especially for people who work in sports, is just maybe more or less we talk about the coaches and the technical side, like technical directors, is not just to focus on tactical and technical side of the football. I worked as a coach educator at the football union. I also recommend it's just a must for every coach to learn at each corner. So if you're a coach, in my opinion, you need to be professional at the physical corner, technical, tactical, and psychological. You can't just, isolate it working on the technical stuff and on the tactical side of the football. If you don't know anything about the physical stuff, then it will be hard for you, to improve your players. That's why we also have a special online course at our football club, which we run together with the sports science department, with these guys, with our head of the medical group, who is running this course. And every coach, even every professional player at our club and academy, they must complete this course and then pass an assessment, and then they get a certificate. And during this course, we also run small groups meetings on how they improve. We provide feedback. So it's very important. What I'm talking about is shortly, I'm talking about the educational part of the coaches, of the technical staff, of everyone who works at the club and the academy. So that's why we have a really good sports science department who is really involved in the football life. So it's not like separately they work alone, football staff work alone, so we will try to work together. That's my recommendation if you have it here, to work closely to improve players. We're actually here to improve every player who is in the Young Africans, Cska, Moscow, no matter. Yeah, we need to improve them all together. We need to work as a team, unless there's not much result from all of us, you know.
One last one before probably I close it. There's a discussion that we had.
Yeah.
Let's say I'm 16 or 17 years old. I go and do the testing. I don't do well in the testing. I don't pass the testing. But technically I'm good. Now, how do we solve that now?
Well, you know, it's a good question. We don't have a correct answer at the moment because it's still a discussion at our club. But more or less, players who join our academy or youth team, when they pass this test, we can see really good results. Yes, so for example, you will not see a player at our under-17 team, for example, who will just be at the level of 10 years old who passed this test. You know, I mean, when we talk about the final results. So that's why when we have, if we have a good collaboration with all departments inside the club, so that's why probably we're lucky enough that at 17 or 16 years old, we have players who are good at tests, who are good at tactically, mentally, you know, and technically. But for my advice, for just in case it happens, again, you need to sit down and probably think about how first player joined the academy, why he is here, yeah, and then probably try to improve your training process if it's possible. Because as I said before, when you grow older, as you become older, it's more difficult for you to improve as a player. You know, when we talk about your physical development, if, for example, coaches didn't work with you at the golden age of coaching from 6 to 12, then when they arrive, for example, they were lucky enough to join your team at 15 or 16 years old, yeah, they're here. For them, it will be very hard to improve at every side, even tactical. You know, if you didn't learn before, if you didn't improve your, every corner, what we talked about before, till this age, then for you it will be very difficult. I don't say it's impossible, but it will be very difficult for you.
Thank you very much. I hope this event gets to help us as young Africans. Privately, we'll talk about the tactical side with regards to helping the team of young Africans.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Well, appreciate it.
It's kakavi.
Как дела means how are you?
Salaam.
But when you say, let's say bye-bye at the end, you say пока.
Paka.
Okay?
Paka.
Paka, mwananchi. Thank you, Malume.
Thank you very much.
Sharp. I know the bits.